Rolling into Mempho, doing it their way. Tell everybody it happens Saturday. There's a rockin' and a rollin', a little funky too. Listen every Saturday, 'cause you got nothing else to do. Woo! Mercy, Daddy! Rolling into Mempho, here are your hosts, BT and Rhino JB, Daddy! Woo!
Yeah, live from STS Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas, baby. I'm BT, and I got my co-host with the most, Slick, this morning. I'm going to call you Slick, Rhino JB. How's it going, JB?
Hey, going great. How you doing today?
Oh, man, doing fantastic. Big thank you to my buddies over at P3 Radio for that theme. We got a bunch of big positive thumbs up for that. And yes, Handsome Jimmy had something to do with that theme. A big thank you to everybody. I didn't even tell you about this, Rhino. But Rolling into Mempho, episode 1 was the most listened episode of February. So let's think about this. 2 days. People had 2 days to listen to that episode, and it beat all the other episodes of the month. Fantastic. Thank you for joining me on this ride, and thanks to Dustin Starr and everyone at Championship Wrestling from Memphis. We also got something big going on. We got a 3-day weekend contest going. All you got to do is subscribe to Patreon. We got 3 episodes this weekend. This episode, Dynamite, we're reviewing the AEW pay-per-view on Sunday, and we also have The Record Store, which has nothing to do with wrestling, but co-host Lance comes out with his it's just a pick. He picks an album by random and talks about it. He has a huge collection. But the contest has, well, you can win a Young Bucks Funko Pop, a STS Pod t-shirt, a Manscaped t-shirt, some Spunk Lube, a wrestling mask, a copy of Lance's book, and I'm just going to throw a bunch of other stuff in. All you got to do is go to Patreon, subscribe, and you can win. $3, guys. That's all you have to do is subscribe for 1 month, and you could win. All right. Are you ready to get started, Rhino?
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh, he's fired up. He's ready, guys. All right. Let me start with you. Everybody, if this is your first time listening, you can listen to all our episodes at stspod.club or over there at memphischampionshipwrestling.com. And we do a roundtable. We do hits, misses. What are you looking forward to? Most valuable player, and thumbs up or thumbs down. So let's start with you there, JB. Hits. What's your hits for this week?
Man, I would say the hit this week was tag team action for me. If we're going to speak more specific on which match, I don't know if we're going to go down the match orders here, but the match that really was a hit for me, the Russell Twins versus Young Goats. It's a tag team match that I thought was just so action-packed, fast-paced. For me, it was a hit.
Right on. I'm going to give you a few things. As always, I can't just stop at one thing. Nice graphic to start the show out with Josephus. And one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Derek King debuts. He is the king. The king has arrived with Van Vicious. Now, I don't know much about Van Vicious. I haven't ever seen him wrestle. Has a great look. I stalked him on Facebook to take a look at him. Also, the debut of a new T-shirt, a cease and desist.
I love it. I gotta get one.
Apparently somebody, Rhino, got a letter about the King thing, the King angle. So to cease and desist, go out and get one of those shirts, guys. And I was marking out on the USA chants. When there's a Russian in the ring, we have to say USA. Our buddy who's been a guest here, Dreadhead Kev, I say that, Dreadhead Kev was out on an angle with the posse. Humongous and the Crowleys got a lot of interest there. And Dustin, again, really one of the big hits, but Dustin, Maria, and Derek was out there the whole time. And Dustin said, big move. So Dustin to Corey Macklin said, big move. Let me tell you, the Russell Twins, above everything else were awesome. That match was really good. And guys, Zay Washington, I want you guys to watch this kid. He is so good. Reminds me of Two Cold Scorpio. The Russell twins actually remind me of a young Bucks, a younger young Bucks. So they got a lot of potential. And I want to tell you something, JB. I know you text me during the show, and I got to tell you, there's no truth to the rumor that the referee is Plastic Man. No truth to that rumor. I'm sorry.
I'm glad we got to the bottom of it.
All right, buddy. Tell me the misses. What did you not like about the show?
What I didn't like. I felt like I was expecting more chemistry between the women in the women's match. I wanted to see a little bit more hard-hitting action there. I wanted to, and I guess more chemistry to put it overall. I didn't think it was a horrible match, but it didn't hit for me. It didn't for it to be the first women's match, and that one featured Diana Taylor and Nikki Lane, where we saw Nikki Lane take the win there. But during that match, you had Precious out there taking notes as well. And I want to know, what does Precious have in those notes? I need to see those notes, because when it came to that match, I want to know exactly who did Precious think really shined in that one. My pick in that one, I thought they both did well, but again, I wanted that chemistry to be a little sharper for that match.
I'm with you on that. There was a hesitation there, and I'm going to tell you what happens. You got Nikki Lane, who's been there. By the way, shout out to Nikki Lane in Newport, Arkansas, if everyone knows what I'm saying there. Kayfabe there, BT. Well, Nikki did exactly what she's supposed to do, Rhino, is she's a veteran. And when there's some kind of hesitation there with someone that hasn't been doing this as long as her, you got to take over the match. The idea is just putting in an arm bar and slowing down a little bit and just talking to them, talking them through it and saying, okay, we can't do much. Let's just get through this match. It wasn't as good as last week. I agree, but it was exactly what she was supposed to do. All right, here's my misses real quick. Derek, we need your hair blonde. Come on, dude.
Oh, wow. Yeah, right. Going real old school with the blonde hair. Yeah,
we need the blonde hair. We need a microphone. Derek got a headset, but if they were just going to interview him for a few seconds, we need a microphone at the table so someone can pick it up and talk like the old days. They jumped into a commercial without saying anything on that first match, or I missed it because I was just like, what the hell happened? Is the Russian guy the Soviet saint, or he's the Russian wrecking ball? I'm not sure yet.
I'm familiar with him as the Russian wrecking ball.
I'm being real picky here, by the way.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you something. 2 teams had pink on, and that gets on my nerves. It just gets on my nerves. The main event, I would have made it quicker. Boom, boom, boom. This was getting Bret Michaels over. I would have made it a real quick match. Nothing against Big Swole, because I think he's got, he's going to do really good here, but I would just made it that match quicker and just put Bret Michaels over. Another thing really picky, Dustin and Maria. Dustin's almost in every commercial. So I know that's what he does, but it's just one of those things where you see him every time. And I got some advice with you guys. This is just quick advice, and it is me being picky too. That match with the Russell twins, that was what we like to see. We like that speed. We like that speed of matches right there. And that's the kind of things I would just say, speed up the action a little bit. It seems like we got big guys going slow, but that's not what, we need a little bit of speed up. And that they really did. They made a hell of an impression on me on the first time getting to see all of them. But Zay, I seen Zay on YouTube a bunch, but the Russell twins look really, really good. So, your MVP there, Rhino.
Oh, man, it's a tough one. My MVP this week, I'm going to have to give it to the Russell twins. I know they didn't win, but I thought what they brought with their because you had Zay Washington there, he hit that big move. And also, I mean, that 450 was absolutely insane. And so smooth. But I'm gonna have to give my MVP to the Russell twins. I thought they brought an energy. as a tag team, like you compared them to the Young Bucks. I'm very, very, when it comes to tag team competition, I'm really, really interested in what the Russell Twins are going to do next.
You know, I don't want to throw in any booking ideas. I really don't. I'm going to try not to do BT the Booker, because as soon as I say we should do this, then Dustin's going to say, oh, he said that on the show. We can't do that. Because that's just the way the business is. You can't have fans dictating what happens. But if you can listen to the crowd, and I couldn't tell whether they were getting a good reaction or not, but if they were getting a good reaction, that's two guys to push. They're fast. They're really good. I like the other tag team match too, not as much, but the big guy with the Hollywood Blondes. When I seen the Hollywood Blondes name, I groaned, because Hollywood Blondes name has such a history. But that big guy, and I'm sorry I didn't write your name down, dude. I really do. But you have a lot of potential just doing big guy moves. And I really liked it. I really like the idea that we are going to concentrate a little bit on tag teams, because Memphis wrestling history was all about, I know you told me you wasn't as big into the history, but we had huge tag teams. You know, the Rock and Roll Express started here, the Fabs, the Moondogs. Oh, you got to remember watching the Moondogs. So,
I believe Sting and Ultimate Warrior were a tag team.
They were. I seen... oh, man, I seen one of their first matches. I have photographs. I used to take pictures at ringside, and I took pictures of these two. Let me just say, they had supplements. How about that, JB? They were taking supplements, I know for sure. And they
eating their
were
vitamins.
Eating their vitamins. Huge guys. And they become two big, huge stars. The MVP for me, I'm gonna go right with you, man. The Russell Twins. I'm loving the Russell Twins. I really am. There's a lot of talent on this show, and when they tighten things up and speed things up a little bit better, that's what showed me this week, that the Russell Twins are kind of what you see on AEW, that fast paced, and I think I've grown to where that's the kind of style I really like watching. I'm going to give a shout out again to Dustin and to Maria about MVP. Maria made me laugh out loud a big time. I mean, her and Derek, they have a chemistry that was funny. But she said something about Big Swole. She said she thought all those protein shakes would have healed him.
I thought all those protein shakes would have healed him by now. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And then she said a couple of things. She said something about, she did, they called themselves young goats, and she went, bah, bah. She goes, no, wait, that's a sheep. And I was done. There is the comedy there that some people would have been scared to do. Now, I talked to Maria one time and said, look, blah, blah, blah. I gave her advice whether she was taking it or not. I was like, as a manager, you got to do this. You got to believe that Dustin's getting beat up. You got to respond. You can't just sit out there. And she's had all kinds of mentors. And she said, they've already told me that, I'm going to do that. But to someone that didn't grow up as a huge wrestling fan and has just went into this role as, we look at it like this. I mean, you might see it like this, and a lot of people in the business see it like this. She's Dustin's wife, okay? But she's just not Dustin's wife. She's going to make this show entertaining. And shout out to Maria. Go ahead. Give the comedy. Give the little bits every once in a while. Be yourself. So that's where I'm at when it comes to them two. And again, I throw them out there. MVPs. All right. Tell me what you're looking forward to next week, brother.
Oh my goodness. Now, I don't know if I'm getting ahead of myself, and I'm not sure if this is next week, but I'm looking forward to it. The Memphis Championship.
Well, they will do the Cobra Cup finals next week. Yeah.
But then they have the Memphis title coming around. I might be getting ahead.
That might be tomorrow night. Yeah, that might be tomorrow night.
Well, I'm not sure when it airs on the. Like, I'm trying to line up.
All right.
Tapings and when it airs. I don't want to say too much.
No. Let's just talk about this show.
With next week, you have that finals for the Cobra Cup. I'm definitely looking forward to that and seeing King Cobra. We saw a King here today. I can't wait to see the King Cobra present that.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. I mean, you've seen the finals already. I'm excited to see how they present it on television.
Right.
I'm excited about the Cobra Clutch and Clutch, the Cobra Cup. Easy for me to say. I think, and we talked about this. I've talked about this with everybody in our group. We have a Cool Kids Wrestling and MMA group. It's you have to ask to get in it on Facebook. We also have the Facebook Shooting a Shiznit page, but we've talked about where the legends belong. Where the legends belong on a show like this, and it's been controversial. Cease and desist. The king is there. What guys aren't they using, and why are they not using? I studied this area. I had studied it when I did my WrestlingRideOnline.com. And let me tell you, when they put legends on shows, they draw really well the first time. But the second time they don't, because everyone sees what the legend. Now Lawler looks good, don't get me wrong, but they see what the legends look like now, not what they remembered them to look like, and so they don't show up the second time. This is the perfect way to use King Cobra. They don't have him in the ring. They have him as part of an annual. This could be every freaking year a Cobra Cup. And that's what I'm looking forward to, who won it. And also, Derek, you got to listen to that commentary, JB. Was you listening? What's he going to announce next week?
His queen.
That's right. His queen. So we start with the Vicious came in and is helping him as the muscle, and then we'll have his queen. Back in the day, Brickhouse Brown was a king also, and he had a court jester who was downtown Bruno. So I want to know who his court jester is going to be.
Oh man. Oh my goodness. It's just gonna keep what he's calling it the Royal Court? What is
the Royal Court, something like that. Yeah, I love it. So thumbs up or thumbs down?
I give it a thumbs up.
Big thumbs up from
I give it a big thumbs up for episode 2, second episode. I'll say this. I felt like overall, I give it a thumbs up because I felt like we got overall grasp of everything. We got a little bit of everything. Got the big guys doing their thing. We saw great tag team action. We saw women's action. I thought overall good show. I can't wait for episode 3.
I'm giving it a thumbs up, guys, and I give it a thumbs up because it's still giving me that old Memphis wrestling feel. I groaned a couple of times, but the idea that we are getting action. The other thing that I should have put on the misses, and I really think we're seeing too many matches. Maybe it maybe needs some interviews and maybe 4 matches instead of 5. That's just me. I'm being real picky, but thumbs up. I'm giving it a thumbs up. I think this is really good for the second show. We got to put it in that perspective. If we see a show like this we're doing this every week, guys. Me and JB says we'll do it every week. And we got big plans. We can't tell them, but big plans, big news in May, Memphis in May. Just remember that, guys. But if we're saying this or looking at the same show in May, we're not going to be thumbs up. We're going to be saying, okay, they needed to correct that. They needed to, but with this, the second show, when they do a new TV show, the announcing is usually horrible. It's just horrible. It's one of those things that people have to, these are 2 people that's really, they've been on television, but they've never done a job like this on a regular basis and doing a fantastic job at it. All right, dude, put over your stuff. Tell them how to get to you.
Twitch.tv/RhinoJB, or you can go to RhinoJB.com.
All right. And guys, it's a www.stspod.club. You can't listen to all the episodes on iTunes. You can't listen to it on YouTube. You can't listen to it. On Spotify. You can't listen to it on Anchor. You got to listen to all the episodes, stspod.club. And guys, same bad time, same bad channel on the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there. And Rhino knows now I love my mama.
I love my mama too.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining us live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.